Well, welcome in once again, everybody, to another edition of the award-winning Pick Your Politics. And this is the season. We are right in the middle of it. A lot of political stuff going on. And we love bringing you the people that are running for office, such as our great guest today, and people who already are in office that are running for re-election. We don't take sides. Democrat, Republican, independent, whatever. We want to bring these people forward to you to let them explain to you what their ideas are, how they are going to be creative as far as helping the people here in Southern Nevada. And it all happens with great guests like we have on today. Let me introduce you to our guest. Erica Neely is the Republican candidate running for Assembly District 9, and it so happens that Rigel Studio is in your district.
That's right, yes.
which I didn't know, so you learn something every day. Erica was born in South Central Los Angeles, and she was affiliated then with the Democratic Party, I guess mostly because of your parents.
Absolutely. Born and raised in Los Angeles, California. A lot of Latinos are faithful to Coca-Cola, Bud Light, and the Democrat Party. Mm-hmm. But as I grew up, owned my house, purchased property, got married, I realized that it didn't align with family, faith, and country, and our values as I got older were more important.
Yeah. And after moving to Las Vegas, Erica changed her political affiliation to Republican, obviously. And Erica and her husband have 6 children, so keeps her busy, to say the least. Erica also ran for the school board in 2022, where she wanted to make a profound difference in the education of children, which I agree with 1,000%, and a lot of other people do. Why is that so important today?
Well, we know that education is the pathway of, your life in the future, right? And so owning a home, getting a job, it makes a big difference whether you're going to be making $50,000 or $100,000. And it also, education's important because it creates innovation, opportunity, and the other most important is when you're educated, it's easier to educate your children. You're empowering yourself.
Right. Good point. Very, very good point. Unfortunately, she just lost that race, but decided to keep on fighting. And in 2004, Erica took on one of the most powerful Democrats in the state of Nevada, the Speaker of the Assembly, and that was an amazing race. You came within a hair of beating
right.
him.
Yes, absolutely.
2%, I think.
We closed the gap. That's right. Yes. So he ran on women's rights, minority, and children. Wait a minute. You're attacking me. I'm a woman. I'm a minority with children. So his message did not communicate with the people. People saw right through that. And now it's an open seat.
It is an open seat, right? Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Erica, as expected, fought the good fight, and as I mentioned, just came about 2% short of winning that race and beating her opponent, who was the Speaker of the House. Her mission statement says it all, quote, to foster a vibrant and inclusive community where small businesses flourish and education is the cornerstone of opportunity.
Absolutely.
And I think that's great. Yes. And that's all very true.
Yes. So we're on a path where, education has been declining, but we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
No.
Before 1960 or 1959, America was the leading when it came to reading, writing, and math across the world, not just here in our nation. We were number one in the world. People used to come to America for our education and opportunity. Now it's not so much. Now it's the benefits, and we have less and less on opportunity. So we need to go back to things that were working working, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We need to look
Right.
at the things that were working, implement those. And we also have a path of things that are not working, right?
Right.
What the policies that we've been putting in place these last few years have not been working. So there's your roadmap.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need to be changed. You know, Erica, there are so many reasons people want to get into politics in the first place at one time or another. But what was the reason, the real turning point in your life that made you go forward with this, that wanted to get involved in politics?
Number one, I encourage everybody to get involved. It's our civic duty. I love this country. I love my family in the country that we live in. So that is there's a lot of things that happen. I lost my property in '09 with the big crash here in Nevada, the education system, the violence in the schools. So everything kept piling up. And then, I did go to church, I did watch the news, and I did vote. And then I realized that's not enough. That is not enough. How do I look my kids in the face and say, listen, I'm doing everything possible when there's more that we need to do? It is our responsibility and our civic right to get involved and improve for the next generation.
Yeah, very well said. You know, your opponent, Steve Yeager, elected in 2026, has some very similar campaign views and issues as you do. Family values, education, for example. So how do you separate yourself from him in your vision for District 9?
It's very clear. My opponents don't have children. So how can they advocate for something that they don't realize that it's not working? And their voting record speaks for itself. And the stage that we are here in Nevada, heading in the wrong direction, speaks for itself. So clearly, those policies are not working. And in 2024, we were able to prove that his voting record, no one was happy. Nobody voted for him. He won by just a small margin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very true. I know that you're looking for volunteers, as all candidates are, to help you with door knocking in the district, which is very, very important for every candidate because they have to be introduced, they have to send material out and stuff. If somebody wants to get a hold of you to help you go out and door knock, how can they do that? What is the best way to get a hold of you for people that want to go out? Yeah, I've got some time. I could walk some neighborhoods. I could send a message out. I could send some flyers out. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, if you go to my website, Neely for Nevada, Neely, Neely, for Nevada.com. There you could volunteer, get our newsletter, and even donate.
And even I was going to say, and the same address for donations. Very, very important, the donation part, folks, because you can't run a campaign, you can't run for office without money, without donations. So please make that happen. Once you get elected, how are you going to separate your priorities in helping District 9? What's first on the agenda?
First in the agenda, looking at education, regulation, and even I lost my train of thought. So regulation, education, and then lining myself up with the governor and releasing more property for new homes that actually have sidewalks and just cater to the family unit. Mm-hmm. I would really like that.
Okay, yeah. That is important. And speaking of donations, I forgot to mention something very important. When you make a donation to Erica's campaign, you're going to get a gift. And let me show this to you right now. It is a book that she wrote, and she's going to give you the story behind this.
Absolutely.
This is Fighting for Sophia. Tell us about that. How'd that come about? And who is Sophia?
Sophia is my daughter. I've lived here in Nevada for 20 years. My husband and I, we also coach in our community. But besides coaching, we foster 9 children.
Wow.
Not at the same time. So we fostered 9 children. We fell in love with Sophia. We've always wanted to adopt. And so we got the opportunity. We saw Sophia, 10 days old. She had 3 drugs in her system, and nobody was fighting for her.
Wow.
It just, my heart melted for her. Not out of sympathy or pity, out of love. I fell in love with this child, and I knew that if no one's speaking for her, she needed me. I needed her.
Yeah.
So this is a journey that I don't want to give the book away. This is a journey through our fostering to adopt in the court system here in Nevada. If you want to learn more about just fostering or what it takes to go through the process through the courts, this book could help you, guide you through that. And it just tells you my testimony. And our story had a happy ending. She is going to be 8 years old on April 1st.
Wow.
And
Time flies.
It does. And she's happy. She's thriving. We just love her.
Yeah, that is absolutely awesome. So remember, make a donation. You're going to get a book, and you really, really enjoy reading it. It's not that thick. Easy reading, and you're gonna really, really enjoy it. What are some of the ways you are planning on getting the word out about your candidacy and why people need to vote for you to get you in office for District 9?
So our ground game, we're just going to pick up where we left off last time. We had a lot of name recognition, talking to voters. We know what the voters want. They're tired of the same old politicians. They've been in office 10, 12 years and with the same policies, and we're being ignored. So the message is, listen, we need to change what is in Carson City, bring in new faces, new policies that is actually working for the people. In District 9, we want safer streets, we want business thriving, and we want our education fixed.
Do you think, Erica, there should be term limits on all of the offices in the legislature, be it if you're an assembly person or even a senator? You want term limits?
In the state assembly here in Nevada, we have term limits, and you're talking about the federal level. Absolutely. If our president has term limits, no one's above the law.
Right.
It should be clear across the board, 100%. I believe so.
Yeah. As you know, for various reasons, and a lot of it has to do with the economy, not necessarily in Nevada per se, but tourism seems to be down a little bit here. What are some of the ideas you would have to get that going again, to get people back here again? Say, come visit us. We've got so much to offer, and we always have, but what would you do?
That would be something that each district and assembly would have to speak to. There's not casinos in my district, but opening the door, seeing what it takes to open up the tourism industry. I don't have a clear answer, and I don't want to lie to you. So that's something that I have to just look into.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But there is an opportunity for families to save money. I'm proposing a flat fee for the DMV.
That's right. You mentioned that, and I'm on board with that. Tell us a little bit about that.
So if you purchase a new vehicle, we shouldn't be in brand new vehicle. It's meeting regulations. It passed inspection. You go to the dealer. You have a brand new vehicle. Brand new, hasn't been driven. So let's save people time and money by why do we with no smog checks for 5 years?
Yeah.
And so also the other thing that's going on is the cars are getting more expensive. So the DMV charges you a percentage instead of a flat fee.
Right.
So as families are growing and everybody needs a vehicle, it gets either extremely hot or extremely cold. We need to alleviate the expenses to the families, the normal everyday families that use their vehicles for school and work, flat fee for $60. So what's going on right now is there's a percentage on your vehicle. If you buy a vehicle that's 40, 50, 60,000, there's a percentage. And so the DMV gets a percentage with inflation, always increasing, but never decreasing.
Right.
So the government should be telling us where our money is going. If we're doing a flat fee, that is where the money is going. We know where it's going.
Yes.
If you need more money, let us know. let us vote on it.
Right.
Tell us where the money is. But right now, what's going on is prices are going up, so we tend to pay more.
Right.
So
and
let's
you don't
say-
know where that additional money is going.
No, and they don't even have to put legislation on the floor. They're just taking the money in because of inflation and high cost. So that's one of the things that I'm proposing to alleviate everyday families.
When you get up to Carson City, how closely will you be working with our governor, with our next governor?
Our governor is, I'm very happy that he's in office. The last governor that we had closed down shop, just businesses and schools. This governor, I love what he's doing. Obviously, there's more room for improvement, but he is Sheriff Governor Lombardo for security.
Yeah.
He's a grandfather, he's a dad.
Yeah.
So he is for protecting children
Yeah.
and education. He's bringing back school choice. And so I love the work that he's doing. I would love to work with him and just make Nevada better. Yes.
Yeah, I think he is doing a pretty good job. And as you know, Governor Lombardo was a two-term sheriff here in Clark County. And our Lieutenant Governor, Stavros Anthony, was retired from Metro as a captain. So we've got the security part really handled up
Yes.
there in Carson City. There's no doubt about it. Let me just ask you this off the cuff. When you are out and about, you're in the market shopping, you're whatever you might be doing, somebody comes up to you and asks you a question.
Yes.
They want your political opinion. How do you go about answering that person? They go, "Oh, I know you, Erica. I saw you. You're running for assembly. Let me ask you this. How do you handle that?"
Well, number one, you have to be a good listener.
Yeah, you've got to welcome that.
Absolutely. And so they see me in the community. I am part of the community. I'm like them. They see me with my children. I've had really good conversations. And then there's times that I have disagreed, but most of the time we could come to middle ground. Mm-hmm. So I've had good conversations about education, about what's going on in the federal level, and I'll discuss the things that the assembly could do. And then there's also a lot of questions that I think civics in our school is mandatory at this point. Sometimes I've been asked, when do I vote? When? What district am I? And so those are basic questions that I get into and explain. Just basic land. Geography, politics.
Well, speaking of that, let everybody know what district your district encompasses as far as land.
Absolutely. So we are District 9. So it's Blue Diamond, Durango, Tropicana. Mm-hmm. So if you live in Siena or Rhodes Ranch or anywhere near the IKEA, everybody knows where the IKEA is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So it's southwest.
Right, exactly. Yeah, IKEA. So it's a fairly big district.
Yeah, I would say so. 50,000 registered voters.
Okay, yes. I thought it was a little bit more, but that's plenty of people.
Plenty, yes.
That would be a big party.
Yes.
That would be very good. What would be the very first thing you would do once you got up to Carson City in your new position? You got sworn in, you're ready to go. You got your nameplate right there. What is the first thing that comes to mind that you would want to do?
Number one, I would put the DMV proposal on the floor.
Okay.
I would support the governor with the school choice, bringing opportunity back, and then protecting girls and boys sports. Big deal.
Yeah.
Looking at regulations that we could cut. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things we could do. There's an opportunity to grow Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
Always opportunity. So
yeah.
I would be eyes open, ears open, working with others and learning and just making things better.
Yeah. And you've got to know when to compromise, I think, a little bit, because when you talk to the Democrats or the people on the other side of the table to try to get them working with you, that's also an art skill. that you have to have.
You do. Speaking with others, obviously, as a elected representative is a must. But what you're asking is two different things. Being able to work and talk is one thing. To compromise my values and the people's values, would I go against families? No. Would I go against children? No.
Right.
So would I go against my faith? No. So you're asking two different things. Am I going to be a good listener, good speaker?
You have to
yes,
be.
Absolutely.
You have to be. How often do you think you would get back to your district once elected up there from Carson City?
I live here in District 9. I'm a homeowner, my family, my husband. I love where I'm at. Like I said, I feel a civic duty to serve and legislate for our community, for our children. Like you said, I have 6 children.
Ooh, yeah.
And we just got to do the best we can as parents, as community leaders.
Right.
But District 9 is my home.
Yeah. No, that's good. Now remember, we got some awesome book. Make a donation. Erica's going to send you this book about Sophia. She has got quite a story about the foster system, and you're absolutely going to make sure that stays up there. All right. Now again, website is very important. People want to get a hold of you. They want to ask you questions. They want to donate. They want to knock on doors for you. They want to put an event together for you. How do they get it? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
So if you could go to neely4nevada.com, Neely, Neely, for Nevada, spelled out, .com. And there you have my phone number, my address, how to get a hold of me, email. And so please just reach out. We love to hear from you. Comments, volunteer. We are here to serve the community and our families.
And she will take the time to get back to you, because she has done that with me. And if she's doing it with me, she's going to be doing it with you for sure. But, please do that. She's not going to be too busy where you are going to get ignored. And that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. When elected, when does the official date of your term begin?
Again, so it's a 2-year term. Begin. I think it's January 19th. So the election's November 4th of 2026, and then January 19 or 20 around.
2-year term.
2-year term.
Okay.
Yes.
And about what time does somebody, or not somebody, you specifically, would you start thinking about running again, keeping your seat?
You're talking, if I want to be a career politician, that is not the plan. We were talking about let me remind you, term limits is very important. Everybody should get involved, do their civic duty. If you see a problem,
you make a very good point.
Let's worry about this election, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. I made a mistake on that. But I guess it's kind of in the back of everybody's mind. Should I rerun? Should I run again, or maybe want to go for another office, something a little bit higher or something?
The good thing is that the people will decide.
The people will decide.
You could
no
vote
doubt
if you
about
like
it.
this person and you want to see this person represent you, then they will decide.
Absolutely,
and I love that.
They will. No, they will. No, she's done a hell of a good job. I'm voting for her again, or I'd like to see her, do this and that and the other. It's it's very complex. The best part about being in politics. Give me the best and give me the worst.
Okay. The best part, I love going on the campaign trail. I have met so many people with so many stories. I've like I said, I fostered, I've coached in my community, but being in politics and seeing how lives are affected and seeing their story, that has touched my heart and encourages me to continue. So that is one of my favorite parts about campaigning and being in politics. The not so good part, I think, is the how much money it takes for a political seat. It is, I don't want to use the word disgusting, but it's kind of in that realm where you have to raise $900,000, $500,000.
It's surprising.
It is so much money. It should be about values and the voter.
I agree.
So there's your good and my bad.
Yeah, I agree. And especially now, today, it's the economy's a little tough for a lot of people. They'd like to donate, but they want to, they want to hold on. But let it go, folks. Let it go. It's going to be money very well worth it, well spent to get somebody like Erica up there that's looking out for you 24/7 and is going to make improvements not only to her district, but that also carries over to other districts.
It does. It does. The support that the governor needs for good legislation, he needs a good team behind him.
Absolutely.
I know we were talking about soccer and being in a team and leadership, so it takes a whole team. Absolutely. I completely agree. And then you were talking about, working together and compromising. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to. Everybody's got to be nice. Everybody could be one nice family and kind of think the same way, all for the betterment, all for the improvement of the state.
Absolutely. And the next generation, and our economy. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we want, Nevada's a great place to live. We're in southern Nevada, as you know, and we just want to keep it that way and keep improving it.
I do love Nevada. I met my husband. I had my children. It's easy to go up north to the mountains, go to Disneyland, go to the beach. Right. We have a great location here with the casinos. It's just a beautiful place to live.
Weather's great. It's entertainment capital of the world. It's fantastic.
I love Nevada.
That's why people want to. That's why people want to go. Real quick, how'd you meet your husband, by the way?
I met him in the casino. We both worked at the casino. So, pretty short story. We met at the casino.
He's a good guy. He's a busy guy. You keep him busy.
He's a great guy. I love my husband. I'm very lucky. Actually, he's a smart man, but I married him, so I'm smarter.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Well, anyway, don't forget, website, please check it out. And if you have any thoughts, any comments, any suggestions or whatever, please get a hold of Erica, her website, or get a hold of me. And we appreciate you coming on because you are busy. You
for
are
all
out,
the good reasons.
Yeah, you are out and about, exactly right, for a good reason. So for Erica Neely, I'm Dennis Silvers, and thanks for tuning in. And we're going to see you next time with another edition of Pick Your Politics. So we'll see you then, everybody. So long.